You can grow your account 2% every day for 12 months. Look how much it'll be ready. Per year? Per year? That's a freaking salary, dude. Hey, how's it going, guys? In this video, we're gonna go over how you can turn $100 into $1,000, but not really what to do, but more so of how much you need to make per week, percentage-wise, in order to reach your goal or any goal that you're set for yourself. But before we get into that, I want to introduce myself. If you don't know who I am, or if you don't know what our group is or this channel, if this is your first time, my name is Jayr, and usually we have Isaac here with us, but we both have a free Facebook group called Options with Jayr and Isaac. We started in early December of 2018, so just 2 months ago, and we have grown our free networking platform to over 600 members. So it's a group that offers a positive and comfortable community for new and experienced traders who just want to surround themselves with motivated and curious individuals, and who just want to get their feet wet and see what the stock market is all about. But we do focus mainly on options, but we welcome anyone who's interested in the stock market in general. So you don't have to join, but if you're someone who is just even a little interested or just wanted to see what it's all about, it's a free group, and all you have to do is click the first link in the description below. So after you watch this video, go click on that. So for current members, as you know, I've recently started something called the $500 Growth Challenge. And so basically what that is, this is on the Robinhood app, and I'm starting with $500 in my account, and basically just want to see how much I'm able to grow it consistently over any certain amount of time, just to see, just to kind of show others who are just starting out that it's possible to grow your account with just $500. And you can do it with any amount. You can start with 1,000, 500. The more the better, but if you don't have that much capital to start with, that's okay too. And I'm going to show you in a little bit how it's still possible to still grow your account exponentially, because it's all about percentages and just being consistent over time. What I have here on the screen, as you can see right now, I'm really excited to show you if you haven't seen anything like this before. It's a way to kind of calculate how much you need to make per week or per trade. We'll go over that in a bit, but we'll just say how much you need to make per week in terms of percentages of your account in order to reach a certain amount of money in 1 year. This is what this is about. But before we get into that, I do want to give a shout out to Ricky Gutierrez, because I did get a lot of the formulas for this Excel sheet from his own Excel page that he has very similar to this, because it's a very useful and helpful tool. Any trader who wants to see how much they can grow their account. Yeah, so let's get into it right now. So right now, since I'm starting personally with $500 for this challenge, as you can see here in this formula box here, the starting principal, I would put $500, right? But I know the title of this is $100 into 100,000. So I'm gonna start with $100 first. Okay, so we're gonna put that in here. Oh, before I move on, this link to this Excel sheet will be in our Facebook group. So if you want to get access to it, you just have to join our Facebook group. It's for free. Like I said, the link will be in that group. So just put in your starting balance and the starting principal. We're gonna go over here into this growth per day and day trades a week and number of weeks box. And so this is where it gets a little bit complex. This is the most complex part of it. It's not really that hard. But if you're someone who day trades, and as you know, under the PDT rule, if you have an account under $25,000, you can only day trade 3 times in the span of 5 trading days. So we're just gonna do 3 day trades a week, because like most of us, we don't have $25,000 in our account, at least for the beginners. So we're just gonna put 3 day trades a week, right? So this right now, we're gonna pretend that you're day trading and not just swing trading, which is holding a stock or holding a trade overnight for how many days or weeks. So we're gonna pretend that we're day trading 3 times a week, and growth per day. So this is where you kind of have to set your own goal per day that you trade. This is definitely another topic for another time. One of the biggest factors for having success in trading is by having to lock in profits but also cutting your losses, right? So you need to have some sort of percentage goal, percentage weekly goal, or percentage daily goal, right? Because if you have a goal in mind, you know when to get out of a trade if you're losing, and you know when to get out of a trade when you're profiting. Because we all had the experience when we're greedy and we hold on and we start to lose money, and then we start from green and then we end up in the red, right? And then if you don't have some sort of guideline or goal to reach, we're just going to be trading everywhere. we're just going to be trading everywhere. We're not going to have any set goal, and we're not going to grow our account consistently, right? So definitely have a, think about it, write it down, have a percentage goal that you want to reach. For $100, right, it's not a lot of capital to start with. Let's start with a very low number, right? Pretend today's today's Monday, right? Pretend I day traded today and I got a 2% return on my investment. So 2% of $100 would be only $2. So I'm going to put in 2%. And so for the week, since we're day trading 3 times a week, that would be 6% for the whole week, right? If that makes sense. Ideally, if we can do 6% a week for the whole year, this box right here, the target amount, that will be how much you will have in your account. If you can do 6% weekly consistently for the whole year, it will show you how much you will have at the end of the year. So I'm going to put 2%. Before I go on, for those who don't really understand the concept of compound interest, things like that, you're not just making 2%, you're not just making $2 for every trade that you do every week, right? If you grow your $100 to $102 after making 2% one day, the next day, if you get another 2%, it won't be $2, it'll be more, because 2% of 102 is more than 2% of 100, right? So your starting principal will keep growing. The 2% will stay the same, but 2% of a growing account will get larger and larger, right, in terms of money amount. Hopefully I'm not confusing you. If you have any questions, just comment in the video or just message me, or Isaac. He's not here right now, but I'm gonna put the pressure on him. Right, so I'm gonna press enter, right? So if you're able to do 2% 3 times a week, 4 weeks a month, and 12 months in a year, this is how much your account will be at the end of the year. So 1321, so 1,321, which is not bad at all, especially since you're starting with $100. I mean, for a lot of people right now, maybe you're going crazy saying, oh, I can turn $100 into $1,300. That's crazy, right? For many other people, I mean, if you're used to making a lot of money, you'll be like, oh, just $1,300, that's my starting balance, right? But it's not about money amount. It's not about the dollar amount, right? It's about percentage growth. And as you can see here, it calculates the average growth per month with just 24%, which is pretty good. It's any sort of consistency, any sort of growth is great. And 24% is pretty good as well. So let me just explore here as well. So right now we're in February, right? And so this will show you, with all of these things consistent, this will show you how much you should have by the end of each month, right? So February, or by the start of each month, sorry. So February, we started with $100. If you make at least 2% every 3 days per week, by the beginning of March, you should have $124, April, $153, and then by the next February, you should have $1321, right? So it just shows you there. And so down here, okay, so let's say that this is your goal, right? By next month, to have $124. This is where you put your actual account amount in, right? So let's say that it's going to be 0%, $0, because it's a starting month. By March, we're supposed to have $124, right? But let's say that we have made only $115, right? It's going to calculate how much you're down, percentage-wise and dollar amount wise, right? So it says that you need $9 more to reach your goal, and you're negative 7.26% under, right? But if you're over, let's say you reach 150, it's saying that you're 20% over your goal right now and $26 over your goal right now. So this is a really good way to track your progress, right? And to see how you're doing. And so down here, this is another log that you do personally. It doesn't calculate anything. This is what your actual account is. Let's say week 1, you make 6%, right? You have to make 6, let's say 7. And by the way, the goal is 6% per week. Let's say week 3 though, you only make 2%, right? Week 4, you make 1%. So it says total for that whole month of February is 16%, right? And you can check up here how much you should be making per month, which is 24. So right now that's kind of bad, right? That's really bad. You're 8% below what you should be making, right? So I hope right now this is making all sense so far. Hopefully you're kind of getting excited. If you're not excited yet, let me show you some cool things. So let's put this to 0 right now. Let's say that I'm starting with $500, right, for my challenge, $500. So instead of day trades a week, right, I'm not really a day trader right now. I'm focusing more on swing trading with credit spreads. If you don't know what that is, it's fine. But so it's kind of hard to kind of calculate day trades, right? It's better for me as a swing trader to kind of do it by a weekly basis, like a weekly percentage, right? So if you're that kind of trader, you're going to put day trades a week to 1, and you're just going to put growth per day. You're going to pretend it says growth per week. You're going to pretend that it's not there, growth per week. And like with this example we used before, you would put 6%. Same thing as saying 2% and 3 day trades, right? So let's say that I'm starting with $500, right? My goal right now, actually, let me just calculate this really quick, and I'll explain what my strategy is right now. I'm not going to do it in this video right now, but with the strategy that I'm trying to implement, It's a big percentage right now, but we'll see how it works out. But I'm just gonna put it in for now, right? 24%, right, per week. That's my goal right now. Right? That's what the goal I'm trying to reach, which is pretty high. But it's a good goal to kind of reach. And if I don't reach it, it's fine. I'll kind of readjust it. But if I were to make 24%, if all things go well this year, if I don't, if I have discipline, if I'm able to lock in profits and not be greedy, which is kind of unrealistic in a way, because we're humans, we have that tendency to do that. But if ideally, if I were to grow my account consistently 24% every week for one whole year, look at the target already. It's insane.
For you?
It's insane. So $1.6 million. It's kind of weird saying it right now. I mean, that sometimes people think it's a stretch to kind of reach something like this, but you'd be surprised, like the amount of people that's able to consistently grow their account. But it's not that unbelievable if you're able to be consistent, right? I'm not saying I'm the most professional, experienced trader out there, but I do know it's possible. Maybe, if it's not $1.6 million, it could be under. But anything is fine as long as you're consistent, you're profitable, and you're able to control your emotions, right? Okay, I'm gonna be eating dinner in a few minutes. But let me show you something else. So let's say that you have $500 and you want to day trade 3 times a week, right? If you just make 3% per day trade that you have, right? Which is, I should be able to do this in my head, right? Which is just $15, right? If you're able to make $15 out of the 500 for the first day trade and just keep doing the 3%, per what your account amount is, by the end of the year you'll be able to have $20,000
For you?
which is a lot, especially starting with 500. That's a lot. So I mean, that's 36% growth per month. Yeah, I mean, this video is getting kind of long, but I mean, I hope you got some sort of inspiration, some sort of motivation to, first to try this out and see where you are. I mean, you can have fun with it, plugging in a lot of numbers. You're seeing how much it takes to become a millionaire, a billionaire. But the thing I want you to get out of this is to use this, right, to see what you need to do in terms of how much you need to grow your account percentage-wise in order to reach your goal, which can be from $100 to 1,000, from 500 to 1.6 million, or anything, 1,000 to 10,000, anything like that. It makes it easier for you to visualize, to understand what you need to do and how much you need to make per week. Because if you have this in mind, you'll be able to hopefully control your emotions better when exiting or entering trades. Once you have the 3% in one day, you should, if this is your goal, once you reach 3% profit of your account, you should leave the trade, right? And not hold it, because it might go the opposite way, right? And if you keep doing this consistently, maybe the first few months you might not make as much as you want to, but look how much it compounds over the whole year, right? It just goes up exponentially. So that's the power of exponential growth right there, percentage growth. So I hope that you got something from this video. Again, this link to this Excel sheet will be in our Facebook group, and the Facebook group link will be in the description below. Yeah, so have fun with this. Please join our group, subscribe, like. We're just starting out with YouTube recently, so we have low subscribers, so please subscribe. We'll put up more content. Yeah, just message us, and yeah, we'll see you next time.